Hey guys, this is Adam here with Thoroughbred Off-Road. Today we're going to be installing GraBars onto our black JK here, 2008 JK. Obviously we put a lift on it, bigger tires, all of that stuff, so we can go rock crawling in this one. That's primarily the use for this Jeep. So we have a problem getting up in it because some of us, me in particular, don't exactly have long legs. So been shopping around for some GraBars. Best ones we've found so far have been GraBars by Welcome Distributing. Just give you a quick look at the box. It does have really good retail packaging for any of you all that are maybe wanting to purchase these for a storefront. You can see it does have the hangers and everything comes in a really nice sealed package. We'll go ahead and just crack into it real quick, show you some parts. Alright, so as you can see, this is what the front GraBar is going to look like. This is actually the driver's side bar. I'm going to try to show you on the video if the camera will focus for me. This is the back side. This is what actually mounts up against the A-pillar. You can see from the, maybe if I get out of the shot, you can see that this is flush right here, but if you flip over to the other side, you can kind of see in there where that's countersunk. Judging by the countersinking is how you're going to be able to tell which bar is which side. These are going to come with spacers for each one, and what they want is they want the bolt to sit inside of the bar so that it's countersunk like that when it's all said and done. Now, a little update that I've noticed to these kits by watching other videos is these spacers are no longer just a hexagon look. They are actually powder coated and match the bar themselves, so it's a little bit better look for the kit. Tools needed for this job are very simple. For the front, you're going to need a 13mm socket. For the rear, you're going to need a 10mm socket. Disassemble the bolts that are actually in the Jeep right now. To reinstall the front and the rear, you're going to need a 5mm socket for the, 5mm hex head for the rear and a 6mm hex head for the front. So I'm going to reposition the camera and I'm going to jump right into installing the front. We're just going to install the driver's side for the purpose of this video. Hopefully you can figure out how to install the passenger side GraBars using the driver's side installation instructions. So. All right, so we're getting ready to install the driver's side, the front GraBar from Welcome Distributing. I'm going to show you real quick where the bolts are using the passenger side, just because I've got a better angle on it, the lighting's better and all that jazz. So we're going to zoom in right here. As you can see, we're looking at the top of the A-pillar where the two pieces join. The first bolt we're going to take off is going to be that bolt right in there, the top one of those two. You see the bottom one, which is a plastic push peg, and then the top one, which is actually a 13mm bolt. Now you're going to want to take a lot of care when you're doing this bolt, because as you can see, the A-pillar is hollow inside of that, and if you were to drop the bolt, you're going to have to take everything off the side like's been done over here, because it's going to go all the way down into the side of your dash and you've got to dig for it. If you're lucky, it might fall out into the floorboard. The other bolt that you have to take out for this, I'll see if I can get a good angle on it for you. It's going to be right up there, right next to the hinge for your visor. So it's not actually in the visor, it's just right over here to the left of a little bit closer to the door. So we're going to get our 13mm socket and our socket wrench out, and we're going to start taking those out. Again, taking extra care on the one in the A-pillar to make sure that it does not fall out and fall to the bottom of the A-pillar. This one's a little bit harder for me because, I don't know if you can tell from the video or not, but we do have a Rigid Industries light bar run on this black Jeep. So that means that we've got wires run up through here, through the A-pillar, and those wires are crossing in front of that bolt. So it's a little bit trickier to get the bolt on there because I got to fight with the wire that's on there. And might want to make sure that my ratchet is switched to off and not on. And see right there, I did exactly what I told you guys not to. Might not be a bad idea to get a set of pliers for this, so that you make sure. Luckily for me, I've already got my my side panel taken off here, so it's not that hard to for me to get in here and grab this. But I guess this will be a good little video for someone that is going to drop this too, because it's going to happen to somebody, and you're going to be doing this same thing that I'm doing right now. All right, then that just pops back in like that. So there's the first bolt down. All right, so there's both bolts out of that. All right, so now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our small bolt, small spacer. Again, making sure that the countersunk, we've got the right one. We're gonna take and we're gonna put our bolt through, just like that. Spacer on top. We're gonna go back up into the actual like vent visor hole. And we're just gonna get a finger tight grab here, if I can. Of course, the countersinking is making this a little bit more difficult because the bolt doesn't have quite as much grab as I want it to on the end of it to get it to finger tight. But all right, there we go. All right, so the reason we did that was just so we can make sure we have enough clearance on our long bolt and long spacer here. We've got that, it's just got a real loose grab in there. So now we're gonna put this bolt through. See, this one's going to be difficult because the long spacer actually has to go up inside of that A-pillar, which means I've got to fight that stupid wire again. But somehow I think I got it to grab on the first try. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just tighten this up, and then we'll move on to the back after that. So, be back with you in a second. All right, guys, so we got the front handle tightened up. Gonna jump right into getting the back removed. Again, this is the 10mm socket. Had to double check myself. Yeah, the 10mm socket back here. The two bolts are just right inside of this plastic piece. One's in this hole, one's in this hole. It's really simple. Usually, once you get them just a little bit loose, these will just come right on out. It's one of those aggravating little bolts. It just seems like it's longer than it should be. All right, so the spacers, for lack of a better term, are really kind of built into the back bar. The back bars are both the exact same. The only reason why you might pick one over the other, and not that I think that it would have any damage, but I would maybe double check your grab handle and make sure maybe if one's got something to the rubber that's different that makes you want to have that on the outside, it might not be a bad idea to do that. Other than that, it really doesn't matter which one you grab because they're both the same. The countersink doesn't matter because you're going up from the bottom and not from the side on this one. So we're just going to take our, again, remember this is the 5mm hex head bolt in the rear. And you got to watch your plastic a little bit because this has moved on me. So. Now, they give you torque settings in the instructions for these. We tend to do German torque specs every time and just get everything Guten tight. That's kind of our method. You can do the torque specs, they're in the instructions. I didn't mention the instructions in the opening video, so I will say that they do have really good colored instructions. But as you can see, this bar is installed well. It's up in the front so you can grab real easy. Just to do a quick review over the front. GraBar. You see it is installed now and it is ready to go as well. Also again in the front corner, so it's really easy to grab and get in. We'll back up real quick and get a look at the whole Jeep with the bars installed. And that's what the driver's side looks like with the GraBars from Welcome Distributing installed. Again, everything you need to do the install is in the package. We went over the tools at the beginning of the video. Probably only takes maybe 10-15 minutes to do this whole install if you don't have to work a camera and move lights around and that kind of stuff. So again, main thing that you got to keep in mind on this is when you're doing the A-pillar bolt, that's really the only tricky thing about this at all. Don't do that because you're going to drastically increase your time if you drop it down the A-pillar. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. We'll throw a link up to the website so you can shop for these Welcome Distributing bars, the GraBars. They also have rubber handles that come in red and pink if you want one of those two colors. Right now, that's the only color option. At the time we're doing this video, they may add others down the line. Don't really know what they have planned. But thanks for watching. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more install videos like this, product reviews, ideas of things to do to your Jeep. And make sure and like us on Facebook too. Thanks for watching.